And Grayscube here, and today we are visiting someplace. Where are we visiting? Well, this is not the Fins of Nassau, I will tell you that much. No, we are actually in the Sundered Frontier, which is a part of the Odus continent rift place. Yeah, this is a section of Norrath that got pulled into another dimension thing. They're getting pulled by the Void on one side, Norrath on the other, and the underfoot. So it's like getting torn asunder, hence the gigantic floating islands. Right now we are on the Karen Island. It's the island of Karens. You know, rather than take you to every little individual spot, because I actually just did that, but I deleted the video because it took forever, because I mean, there's a lot of travel time. We're just going to kind of talk about it. Okay, right there. That is Toxulia's Mound. Toxulia's Mound is a raid zone. That's where you'll find the dragon Toxulia, who was apparently Trakanon's mate. She's trapped here. She amuses herself by throwing parties for her dragon attendant or dragonkin attendants and terrorizing the people of Payneel, which is that place down there. That's the erudite city of this particular zone. See that big spire thing over there? That's the Eye of D'Artane. That is a focusing lens for a magical telescope which they use to spy on their neighbors. So if you've ever wondered what a naked erudite of Kelul looks like, come here and you might be able to find out. Okay, we got a big forest over here. See the big forest over here? Big forest. This part here is mostly just like critters and stuff, like displacer beasts. They got like these little wispy energy ball things. They got snakes and stuff, but yeah, just general wildlife. Over there, it's Toxulia's forest. We got stuff like worms, wyverns. We got poisonous plants. We got like root horrors, you know, basically like root elementals, thistle elementals, that sort of thing. There's a Ucky troll that roams around. They got like vespids, wasp monsters. They got brutes on these hills that you can just kind of barely see. Yeah, they're up there. They got shambling horrors, which are basically like hedge golems, I guess you'd call them. Yeah. Actually, since we're here, let's take a look at the Karen village. Okay, so this is the outer Karen village. Alright, we got just a couple little huts, and these are like little shamanistic warding totem things that keep evil at bay or something. Yeah, there's some dude there just kind of looking at me. Hi, dude that's looking at me. Okay, this is a waterfall. It's very pretty, and this is where you will find Queen Marta of the Kara. Look at her. She's purty. Hi, purty. And she's like, what's up? She's pretty friendly. There's another little hollowed out section right there. That's where the refugees of the Kejik are hanging out. They got driven from their home by the erudites over by Eredin and the Void. He is their king is desperately trying to find proof of a connection between the Void and the erudites. So yeah, 3 factions mostly, or I should say 3 groups. There's the Karens, there are the pandas, and there are the Payneel dudes. Of course, there are different factions in Payneel. All 3 have their trade skill faction, of course, and all 3 of them have trade skill quests that you can do. General progression: you come here, you go to Payneel, you do quests for them. Eventually, you're gonna run out of quests because they're gonna like be like, okay, well, why don't you go like just go do stuff. So you'll come here, and they'll have some quests for you, and you'll exhaust their quest. Then you'll get a letter from Payneel, which is like, hey, remember those things that you found that we didn't have time to investigate? Well, we'd like you to investigate them for us now. And the quest continues, and that's when you get introduced into the pandas. The pandas have been here this whole time, but no one knows about them because, well, the erudites are assholes, and when the erudites and the pandas first met each other, the erudites considered them to be nothing more than dumb beasts and tried to, like, you know, harness them and stuff, and the pandas were like, fuck you, and sent their armies, and so there was a big clash, and the pandas were all wiped out, except for one. one panda who was not a member of the army, but he was just a little cub, and he watched the whole thing happen, and he remembers. The erudites were all wiped out, again, except for one. He fled the battle from the horrors that he saw his people committing, and he vowed to never let that happen again. So he's secretly working behind the scenes to make sure that no one finds out about the pandas. The pandas, meanwhile, are working behind the scenes to make sure that no one finds out about the pandas. And they are, in fact, hostile when you first meet them, unless you follow the quest line and actually get that little bit of faction to make them not want to rip your face off. Then, of course, you work for them to show that you can be trusted, and they're like, oh yeah, you're awesome, and then, yeah, happy times. So, let's take a look here. So you got Payneal right over here. This is Payneal. This is Spire Island. This is where you come in from the Wizard Spire. And see this little teleporter here. I'll show you that in a minute. This is the Karen Isle right here. This is where the Karens are located. The pandas are located right here. This is all zoomed out, so it's just a mess. Again, I vomited markers all over my map, but yeah. Toxulia, the dragon, and her mound is right here. Toxulia's mound. That's Toxulia's mound right here, that big yellow thingy. This is how you get to Stonebrunt Highlands. This is another, it's like a little airboard state. Well, here, I'll show you. Oh yeah, and this is the, yeah, this is the internal Cairn village. There's like a little path that you follow that takes you to it. Where is, there it is. The island itself is not very big. I mean, there you go. Let's go up a little bit. Okay, there's the other side of the island. There's this side of the island. You're done. Okay, that's the island. Real quick, I have a joke for you. It's hilarious, and you're going to probably die laughing, but it's worth it, trust me. What's the difference between a Karen and a comma? Anyone? Anyone? No? 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 A Karen has claws at the end of its paws, and a comma is a pause at the end of a clause. Yeah, there you go. It's a little grammatical humor for you. Oh yeah, there's the tiger pit over there. They have like tigers, pet tigers. Trained battle tigers, I guess. There's gorillas, cockatrices, panthers, and tigers on this island. I think that pretty much... Oh, and kobolds. Kobolds right over there. So that pretty much sums up this island. Okay, this temporal guy, this is what I was talking about with the airboard. I'm going to be airborne. Let's go to Eye of... Well, no, let's go to Payneal. Check it out. See, I'm airboarding it. Okay, see, that is the airship dock right there. The airship is a it's an instant zone. There's 3 instances to it. Well, 4 actually. This is Spire Island. This is the Wizard Spire. Okay, and you take one of these little guys. Well, actually, not one of these little guys. There's like a little teleporter right there that takes you right over. Well, you'll see. It's right. Well, that's the teleporter I'm talking about. Oh, hurry up and just land. Stupid thing. Stupid thing. So yeah, that's the airship dock right there. Again, that's an instant zone. It's the Vigilant. There are 3 heroic versions: easy, medium, hard, and then after you do easy, easy unlocks, medium unlocks, hard unlocks raid. There's a raid version. It's not a full raid. It's a ×2 raid. So there's 4 versions to it. One of them is a mini raid, and the others are just heroic. They do hit pretty hard in there, although I have not done that zone in several expansions, so I don't know how they stack up to the test of time. But yeah. Okay, this is that teleporter I was talking about. There's one on Spire Island. Where is it? There it is, right there. And that one will take you to that one. That's the main one of Payneal. So let's just pop down real fast. Behold, Payneal. All right. If you want to get to the regular shard zones of Sundered Frontier, they're down there. It's called the Hole. The Hole. Yeah, it's a grinding zone, and it's called the Hole. Ha ha. Funny, Sony. Funny. Anyways, whatever. It's cool, Sony. It's cool. Whatever. Okay, so you teleport down there. The Hole, or you can just fly down there. You can also just jump off this cliff, and that will actually take you to the hole down there. But that will, well, it doesn't take you through the door. It kind of drops you in the middle. But it's not that difficult to get back out from there. So, yeah. Anyhow, let's just fly down. Okay, so here we are at the hole. Now, you just went through the gate. Now let's stop and look at that crystal. There are 3 doors. instance versions are here. Normal contested version is here. This is a raid. This is the underfoot depths. Underfoot depths, that's like the plane of Earth. That is, yeah, that's the raid version. These are the shard zones. This is the contested. Now, the difference between the contested and the shard zones, first off, these are all separated. There's Dimitриck's Bastion, Spirit's Resonance, and the Outer Vault. Easy, medium, hard, as usual. Each one of those, like I said, are separate, but they're also found in here because I'm going to zone into the contested version of the hole real fast just so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. I'm not going to run the whole thing. This is the contested one, and the one directly across from the door. That's Toxulia's mound, by the way, and this is the chick who wants you to kill Toxulia. Except you don't actually kill Toxulia. She doesn't want to kill Toxulia. She wants to trap her in her mind. She's hardcore. She's nuts. Whatever. I don't know. Yeah. Anyhow. We're just waiting for it to, you know, do its thing. Yeah, there you go. Thanks for taking the hint there. Yeah. Okay. This is the hole. This is the contested hole. This is the main part of the hole. This down here is going to be Dimitриck's Bastion, except it's not an instance version. It's an open contested version, but it's the same zone. Alright, you can kind of see the outline of it there. Multiple levels. This is the outer vault up here. This is where you're going to fight the elementals. The earth elementals are up here. The Rokilics, Kertax's Legion, are down here. And the Defenders of the Seal, which are the Erudites, are here. There are 3 factions inside the hole. And the way it works is Faction A dislikes Faction B and C. Faction B dislikes A. They all hate each other, basically. So if you go in here and you wipe out Kertax's Legion, you're going to have no faction with Kertax's Legion. They'll be kill on sight, but the other 2 will like you. But remember, you gain half as much faction as you lose. So if you kill a guy and he loses you 50 faction for his particular faction, you'll gain 25 faction for the corresponding other 2. So you got to kill twice as many to max it out as you do to minimize it. So anyways, this is going to be Spirit's Resonance. So easy, medium, hard. Let me just show you the map. Okay, here's the west. This is Spirit's Resonance. This is what the zone of Spirit's Resonance looks like. Both the instance zone and the contested zone. This is the contested zone. So it's going to have different mobs in it and whatnot. But this is the layout. They use the same layout, so what I was trying to say. Here's Dimitриck's Bastion. Okay. Here's, you know, you come in, run through this little thing, you jump off this edge here, you fight your first boss down here, which activates the teleporter right here, which teleports to this thing right here. You can come down here. There's a whole bunch of bosses that you can fight. There's a big asshole up here that you have to fight. Not to be confused with Kertax the Deceiver, even though he's in the contested zone. You fight Dimitриck in the non-contested, in the instance zone. But there's a big golem in here that you fight that's really nasty. And then there's the upper and the lower outer vault. This is the upper outer vault. You know, you run through this path, a bunch of elemental things like poison elementals, earth elementals, water elementals, all sorts of stuff. Come out here. This stuff here is all water, and this is an elevator. You go up this big spiral, and then you take the elevator down to lower. And then there's all these windy paths that finally comes out into this big room down here. There's also this guy, Haldor. Before there was Hodor, there was Haldor. He does not hold the door, he howls the door, I guess. He's an epic ×4, he roams. If these guys are hostile, he's hostile. So keep that in mind. What you can do is one of these guys here gives you a disguise. You buy it, you use it, and it disguises you as one of the factions. So if you need to kill like Dimitриck's Bastion, you buy the Dimitриck's Bastion thing so that they wouldn't hate you, and you could just wipe them out and get these guys to like you. Yay! And these guys, because you know, if you wipe these guys out, these 2 will like you. If you wipe these guys out, these 2 will like you. If you wipe these guys out, these 2 will like you. I usually just wipe out Kertax's Legion because I don't really give a fuck about the Rokilics. So, but yeah, you can do that, or you can do quest form or whatever. They each of them have a faction, and each of them have like a faction merchant that sells stuff to you and stuff. So yeah, keep that in mind. But yeah, all of the instance ones are in that door. Remember, the exit, the portal, your back will be to the contested version if you are looking out the portal. If you're looking in from the portal, contested is directly across, raids to the right, heroic zones are to the left. Those are the shard zones, if you will. So yeah, so I clarify that little point there. Okay, so next up, speaking of up, let's ascend to the next line. Let's see, let's just take a quick look at Painel. Do you really need a tour of Painel? Because this is it. Big room there. Big room there. Good writs, adventure writs, Kinos and Kelvin, they're located over there. There's a hallway in that room that comes out. That's an elevator, by the way. That is also an elevator. They both take you up to the cliff tops. One takes you up there. That one takes you up there. Evil writs are right over here. I'll just fly over and show you. This is where you get, if you're evil, you get your adventuring writs from right here. Each one of these buildings, there are factions in them. You're going to be doing quests for all the factions anyway, so you know it's like, it doesn't really matter where they're located. Just go from quest to quest. But the trade skill building is right there. That door right there. There's a collection NPC right there. There's a mailbox right there. There's a bank inside of there. There is a mender located just over here. Here are your shard merchants for the Mark of Manar stuff. Mysterious Erudite, Mysterious Erudite. Token traders. Adornments, etc., etc. So yeah, that's Painel. Again, there are quests all over the place, so yeah, do all that. This guy in here, though, after you've done all the... I mentioned the one guy who survived the battle. Yeah, it's him. Retired general. He gives you a faction building quest once you're done with all the timeline. Once you finish them all, you can do his quest every day. It gets you faction and it gets you a Mark of Manar. And it gets you faction with all 3 factions. So you can max out your factions through him. This is the crazy chick who wants you to take on Toxulia. Like I said, she doesn't actually want you to kill her. She wants you to piss her off so that she attacks you, and once she is committed to battle, she will warp in and somehow trap her inside of her mind. And by her mind, I mean her mind, this head. Not Toxulia's mind, her mind. I don't know what's going on there. If you're trying to innervate your mythical, you've done your mythical and you need to suck its power out, talk to this dude. This guy will help you. But mind you, you have to, like, you know, yeah, well, anyways, just talk to that dude. And here's the little hallway I mentioned. Okay, so, yeah. So remember, there's 2 different dungeon sets. There's the whole dungeon sets, and then there's the vigilant dungeon sets from the airship zone. Let's go to... Actually, let's just go straight up here. We're going to go straight up. Now tell me if you're really going to love me forever. You don't really have to tell me that. Okay, so over there you got some elemental monsters. You're going to be running into lots of elemental petrified monsters over there. I say elemental petrified because, like, you know, they're kind of... They're skeletons, but they're like petrified skeletons. So yeah, I guess they're kind of elemental-ish because, you know, petrified rock, whatever. Anyhow, this is the old Painel ruins. They like all collapse and stuff. There's a teleporter that you can access. You have to run up and grab it first, find out about it, and get a quest to add it to the list of destinations on this one. So yeah, keep that in mind. But I wanted to show you that. Remember the forest I mentioned with the critters? It's right here. There's also a druid ring just up that path there. See that little ledge? There's a path. There's also a path right here. Anyways, paths going up to there. That's the salt plains. You're going to run into a group of quest givers right in here. So we're here, and you can come up here, and this whole area is like just this big plain with all sorts of stuff. Scorpions, whirlwinds, petrified treants, etc., etc. We got little goo monsters down there. But over there is where you'll find the Roquillic Caves. It's a pretty large cave complex, actually. So yeah, it's got multiple levels to it. If you find a... well, let's just go over to the Druid Ring. Probably should have taken a portal or an airboard, but whatever. Druid Ring is just right over there in those trees. take you over there. You get a look. Toxulia's Mound. Wow, that was a nice little pause. I don't know what's going on with that. Toxulia's Mound is that right over there somewhere through the trees, and her forest, of course, is right up there. All right, that's what I was looking for. The Druid Ring is right over here on the right side of the screen. But right here is a hole. You can jump down. It takes you into a little pond. This will take you down to one of the lower levels of the cave. But I don't believe the bottom. But yeah, there's a little pool of water. You can just drop down in there. Yay. So, like I said, it's a pretty big cave complex. I guess you could say it's fairly complex. I see Displacer Beast. Yeah. It's also a little minor quest hub over there. There's only a couple of guys give you repeatable quests, no big deal. And here's the Druid Ring, as I promised. Okay, so now that we're here, let's head over to Toxulia's Mound so we can take the thingy to the thingy. Here we got some more of those little shrub dudes I was mentioning. There's a path. There is a path that you can follow. Oh, there's also a cave over there. There is a contested raid mob. I believe it's like a Cerberus type of boss, a big three-headed dog, I think. It's been a long time since I went there, but anyways, there's a contested raid mob in there. I can tell you that much. I think it was a Cerberus type of dude. So now we're getting closer to Toxulia's forest, and like I said, Toxulia, toxic, poison. So yeah, use your imagination. I'm sure you can figure out what we'll find. Icky stuff. But if you're trying to suck your mythical dry, this is where you're going to ultimately end up. This is where you'll have to meet Wasim. He's going to say, meet me, blah, blah, blah. He'll be here. So if you want to get here, you can just take one of the little portals over to the Toxulia platform, which is right over here on the other side of this crap, and yeah. Doop-a-doo. Now, next up, I'm going to show you the panda people. I'm not going to show you the whole path to the panda people because that takes a while. There's like a whole dry riverbed right here. This is the Eye of D'Artane, the observatory. There's a little cave right over here. This is also a point of contention for me. The rare up here, the rare gem up here is Cabarite. Okay, that's cool. No, I take that back. The Alteran Diamond is the rare gem. Oh, what's this? No, I'm being attacked by a scary monster. Not so scary monster. As I was saying, Cabarite is the rare metal up here. I'm sorry. It's rare. There's a quest that you're going to get from the observatory to go to this cave right over here where Cabarite is commonly found. It's rare, but it's commonly found. Sony, I don't think you know what the word rare means, but I honestly don't think they know what words mean. Like agnostic dungeons is like, what the hell does a dungeon have to do with being agnostic? Believing that a higher power is not something that mortals can understand. Yeah, that doesn't really make sense for dungeons. The dungeon doesn't believe that we can understand the will of God. Is that what you're trying to tell me? And somehow that translates into a wider level? I don't know. So yeah, this guy is how you get to the Sundered Frontier, which is the other half of Odus. There's Sundered Frontier, Sundered Highlands, not Frontier. Where did Frontier come from? Shut up. Bad boy. Anyways, Sundered Highlands is the other half. All these will take you to all these, but then this one will take you to the Sundered Highlands. Alright, so from here we're going to go to the Eye of D'Artane. No, wait, no we're not. Well, yeah we are. Yeah we are. I can just fly back when we get there. The pandas are on the other side of those mountains. Oh, there it is, actually. You know what? No, we'll just fly right to it. Okay, so here's the pandas. That's a big landmark. And no, Creamy, that's not a panda. I played with someone, she was vehement that this is a giant panda. No, it's not. And to prove that I know what I'm talking about, I'm going to show you why. Well, first off, I mean, anyone with eyes can clearly see that that is a tiger. I mean, it's got its little paws there. It's even got the stripes. That is quite clearly a tiger vomiting water into a lake. Let's go look at the pandas real fast. Hey guys, can I get you a smile for the camera? Oh yeah, looks exactly the same. I can't even tell them apart. Whoa. Yeah, idiot. Anyhow, but yeah, I mean, she was always telling us how stupid we were because we didn't know what a panda looked like, and it's like, you're an idiot. You are an A-class idiot, and I'll show you why. This is why she's an idiot. Caves of the Great Panda Spirit. Yeah, whatever, Creamy. Shut up, you idiot. Call me an idiot. You're an idiot. There. Anyhow, I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. I'm pissed off. There's a difference. So what we have here, I'm the angry ice cube. I have to be in character, so I have to be angry. Yeah. So here's the caves of the Great Tiger Spirit, or let's just rename it to the caves of the Great Not a Fucking Panda Spirit. It's all like enclosed and they're hidden. Like I said, they've been hidden ever since. Do the quest for them, and they'll eventually be all like, "Oh, you're pretty cool," and then your faction will be really high, and everything will be awesome. Right. There's a little path here that you can take to get out. Takes you right out. And this is the dry riverbed. It's not completely dry. The water kind of peters out up there. But yeah, there's that. So, well, I'm not going to run through the riverbed, but I will fly over it. I will fly over it. We just want to take a quick look. I mean, I guess that's pretty much the zone. Here's Toxulia's portion of the forest. You're going to have like little toxic stuff. We got those toxic goiters. We got you're going to, again, worms, wyverns. There's these little, well, I don't even know what these things are. They're like little floating seeds with vines growing out of them. Germinating seeds or something, whatever. But they're toxic. Don't mess with them. Vespids, the wasp critters. They're on the hills. There's one. Tox flies. And then there's this place. It's the salt flames where you're going to find like raptors. There's the scorpions. The raptors are, where are the raptors? I just saw them. Oh, they're there. There they are. Raptors. Then we got some more beholders. Yay! I mean, this pretty much the variety is pretty nice, but everything kind of follows the theme of, like, you know, petrified, earthy stuff. Because remember, the plane of Earth is reaching forth and pulling this in. This place is getting torn apart, and the void's pulling back, and it's part of Norrath, and Norrath is pulling back. So it's like, yeah, having a tough time. So there's a little quest hub right in there. All right, and there's this thing. So let's just finish off with the Eye of Dartane. I'll fly over so you can look down upon the critters that inhabit this area. Again, more of the same. We've got the petrified trees and whatnot. We've got rumblers down there. We've got more beholders. There's the wind dervish things. There's some skeletons up in this area. There's the petrified treants. And that thing, this monstrosity right here. Dive. Meow. This is not a petrified tree. This is a roper. What's up? Now it's a dead roper. I just thought I'd point that out to you so you guys would know that there's actually a quest to go investigate this. Reports of a creature that no one's ever actually seen. And that's the creature. Oh yeah, and then there's the floating rocks. And of course we got some, golems. These are enchanted by the erudites to fight off the forces of the underfoot, which are these guys here. Interesting name, the underfoot. I mean, right now, Odus is the underfoot. Now it's the underhead. Thunk. Ow. And yeah, here's, like I said, this big focusing lens up here, and it's doing all of its things so they can... Hey, what happened? That was weird. Lost control of my dude. What we got here is an observatory. Petrified stone vine bark. I don't need it, but I'm grabbing it because I do have an alt who most definitely doesn't have it. And here's what they're looking at. So, yeah. And that actually is over in Stoneburnt Highland. That's the Deepwater Pavilion. They're spying on it. They're keeping an eye because the void's over there, and they don't want to miss. Oh, once again, this the void is a big theme of this particular expansion, but it's not the only thing because we got the whole vigilant thing going on too. So yeah, that's Sundered Frontier. Next time, who knows where we'll be because we go where the wind blows. That's how we roll. We don't roll like those guys. See, that guy, that's how that guy rolls. We roll a completely different way. So, yeah. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching, and peace out.